That landed on my foot! So something that we as humans have developed over time and now encounter almost every single day is bridges. Engineers have to consider a lot of different variables when determining the placement of a bridge, ranging from climate to geography and even cost. But in the experiment that I'll be conducting today, I'm isolating just one variable, and that's the weight-bearing capacity, or strength-to-weight ratio. I have constructed 5 bridges: the Warren truss, the Howe truss, the suspension bridge, the cable-stayed bridge, and the arch bridge. And I'm going to be testing which one is going to be capable of bearing the most weight. Now, as you might imagine, my methods are going to be slightly destructive. So before I ruin my hours of handiwork, let's appreciate the building process.
Upon completion, I had the Warren Truss Bridge, the Howe Truss Bridge, the Suspension Bridge, the Cable Stayed Bridge, and the Arch Bridge. They were around 21 inches each.
The first bridge that we're going to be looking at here is the Warren Truss Bridge. Now, when it's bearing weight, it's going to be equally spreading out the tension and compression along the supports here. These supports are in the formation of a equilateral triangle. As you can see here, they perfectly match up at about 60 degrees. And these bridges have been around for centuries. They're trustworthy, and they are almost everywhere because they are just very good at doing their job. The second bridge that we're looking at here is the Howe Truss Bridge. It was designed for the very specific purpose of supporting trains and to be made out of wood. It has an equilateral triangle in the center, but the rest of the supports are right triangles, and to be specific, they're 30, 60, 90 triangles. Clearly. Now, the vertical beams support the compression, and the 60-degree beams support the tension. The third bridge that we're looking at here is the suspension bridge. This is a very popular model of bridge, and it's very well known because a very common example of it is the Golden Gate Bridge. All of the compression is being borne by these columns here, from which the suspension cables stem. These cables are going to absorb all of the tension. These bridges are capable of spanning very long distances, but they are quite expensive, which is why you don't see them absolutely everywhere. Our fourth model here is a more affordable variation of the suspension bridge. It's the cable-stayed bridge. It's also capable of spanning very long distances. It too bears compression along its columns and tension along its support cables. The final bridge that I'll be testing here is the arch bridge, which is extremely well known and quite possibly the oldest known model of bridge. The arch bridge is under constant compression, which is spread out along the design, but the tension on this bridge is moving outward along the arch itself. And the interesting thing about the arch bridge is that the wider the arch, the more the tension is dispersed. We have a fairly large arch here, so it's going to be interesting to see how it supports those forces. Now, before I get into actually conducting my experiment, I want you to take a minute to consider the elements of each design and take a guess as to which bridge you think is going to be capable of bearing the most weight. If you didn't just take a guess, well, you're pretty boring. But if you did, that's what we call a hypothesis, or a working statement for the situation. My money's on the Warren Truss, if you're curious.
Say hi.
Hi.
He's gonna help me. As you can see here and in our upcoming bridge, the truss designs experience very little physical change before they collapse. This is likely to do with the support of compression. The suspension and cable stayed bridge, well, they buckled quite a lot. And the arch bridge didn't seem to experience very much physical change until towards the very end, when compression became a little bit too much to bear.
So, given our previous data, the how truss bridge should satisfy our statement of purpose, right? Wrong.
As aforementioned, this experiment seeks to find which bridge has the greatest strength-to-weight ratio, which can be found using this equation. That of the worn truss bridge was 210 grams. That of the Howe truss bridge was 180 grams. That of the suspension bridge was 160 grams. That of the cable stayed bridge was 180 grams, too. And that of the arch bridge was 140 grams.
Thus, in conclusion, my hypothesis, which stated that the worn truss bridge would have the greatest strength-to-weight ratio, proved to be correct. Perhaps this was due to its truss design, which features triangles, or maybe the equal distribution of weight. Either way, I'm glad to walk away with this experiment with a better understanding of the bridges that we encounter every single day. Thanks for watching.